Hello everyone, it's Barbara and welcome to Pick a Stack Wednesday. Yay! Best day of the week. Here's a little golden singing bell for y'all. This starts this off perfectly because it raises the frequency and it charges everything. The crystals, the cards, the dragons, me, you. So if you're new to Pick a Stack, your mission is to come up with an idea, question, or issue in your life, in somebody else's life, or for the whole world, and then to choose a stack. This is stack number 1, stack number 2, and stack number 3. Each stack consists of 2 tarot cards from 2 different decks, 1 oracle card, and a crystal. And each stack tells a story. And hopefully it resonates with you. I encourage people to listen to the video reading for all 3 stacks because sometimes you think you want one of the stacks, but all 3 stacks apply to different areas of your life. So keep an open mind. Most videos are around a half an hour, so it's not too long. All right, so now that we've had some singing bell, let's get started. Oh, first of all, let's talk about this fabulous blue quartz obelisk here. We've got the blue quartz obelisk, and we've got 3 of the aura quartz generators on either side, and of course they're guarded by little blue dragons. Today's message we need a lot of blue. Blue is creativity, but it's also communication. So with all the things that are going on in the world today, and again, these videos are timeless, so it can be whatever's going on in the world when you're listening to this. But all the things that are going on in the world today, while I'm recording this, we need to make sure that we are speaking our piece. Okay, we're speaking the truth. That we're not holding back. If there's something that doesn't resonate with me, I need to say, hey, that doesn't resonate with me. Whether I'm just saying it to myself or I'm saying it to family and friends. But we need to stop pushing all of our emotions down. Okay, so speak your piece. That's today's theme. All right, if you chose stack number 1, I'm just going to move that over here. Your crystal is Prehnite. Let me hold that up for you. There we go. It's a lovely green. And this is a stone of unconditional love. It enhances inner knowledge, showing the path forward to spiritual growth, to attunement, to divine energy. It connects the will and the heart. It can strengthen intuition and truth recognition. So that's interesting because we have all the blue behind it, which is speaking the truth, hearing the truth, knowing the truth, and now here we have truth recognition. This can be used as a stone of vision, working well during meditation to access higher levels of awareness and stimulating the third eye chakra. It is a very protective stone on all levels, strengthening life force and easing worries and restlessness. It aids spirit communication through meditation or visualization, out-of-body travel, and is a powerful dream stone. Healers can use it for healing kidneys, bladder, the thymus gland, shoulders, chest, lungs, gout, or anemia. I think I'll be wearing one of these today when I'm done. Excuse me. I have to share this. The furnace kicked in, and so did my allergies. Oh my goodness, it's awful. All that stagnant stuff in the air blowing around. Ugh. I know, too much information. Your first card in stack number 1 is from the Spirit Song Tarot deck, and you have the 7 of Crystals. And it's the fabulous Anteater. Look at that cute little guy. 7 of Crystals is equal to the 7 of Earth in other decks, or the 7 of Pentacles. And I'm going to do something a little different today. I'm going to take the top 2 cards and do them together. So with the 7 of Crystals, Earth or Pentacles, we also have the Knight of Water. This is Earth, this is Water. So guess what we get? Mud. I'm just kidding. The Seven of Crystals shows that, first of all, we're on the right path. Look at how the anteater is not standing still. It's got its foot up here. It's obviously walking. The light is behind it. It's on a journey. Okay, and the 7 tells us that we're on the right path. But it also tells us that we have options. As we walk down that path, we can stay on the path. We can veer off to the left. We can veer off to the right. We can stop. We can sit down and have lunch. If we believe we can go straight up and fly. We can go underground. So we've got all kinds of options. Even though we're just moving forward, we have options. The Knight of Water, the Knight is a messenger. And water is emotions. And if you look at the picture, I'm going to bring it a little closer. That Knight is not on a horse. He's on a dolphin. So the dolphin's all about joy. And this Knight of Water is bringing in romance, enthusiasm, exciting, passionate events. It doesn't even have to be an event like you go to, but it could just be something inside yourself, a revelation. So you've got the anteater going on the right path, but having lots of options. And then you've got the Knight of Water. I mean, he's got lots of options too. He's riding a dolphin. He can go any direction he wants. Plus, he's riding a dolphin. I mean, how cool is that? So there's a lot of emotion here. And it's like you're on the right path. You have options and you're really happy about it. And there's going to be really good things coming. I keep telling everybody, have faith. There are good things coming. And if you focus on the good, then you're a magnet for the good. If you focus on all the bad things going on out there in the world, then you're going to be a magnet for that. So be a magnet for the dude on the dolphin, because you know what? I'd much rather have that than people looting and setting fires and doing all kinds of nasty things. I'd rather have the dude on the dolphin show up at my door. Well, I don't want the flooding, but you know what I mean. So this is a really good combination. So whatever you have going on in your life, whatever issue, idea, question, you are on the right path, but just know that you have options. And we all need to keep that in mind. Just because we're on a path does not mean that we can't veer off that path. If it's okay to veer off, your spirit guides will say, hey, you can veer off that path for a while, but just so you know, we're going to bring you back at some point. My grandmother is one of my spirit guides. And, you know, she's told me that she's had to put me back on the path so many times. But you know what? I'm on the path again. So if you can just trust your spirit guides and guardians, and ask them, hey, if I get off the right path, you know, if I'm going in the wrong direction, just steer me back to the right path. Guess what? They will, but they won't until you're asking specifically for that help, that direction. Even if it's just something as simple as, oh my gosh, help me with, you know, going in the right direction. They will. Okay, so that's these 2 cards. And your 3rd card is from the Chakra reading card deck. Let me grab the book. We've got Psychic Development, card number 27. Look at that gorgeous picture. Let's see what it says about 27. I'm going to put that right there. Doesn't that look beautiful? Wow, that really pops on that background. The background, by the way, I'm just going to pan up a little bit. It's this great tapestry. And we do have these for sale in the shop. All right, that's about right. Okay, so Psychic Development. You have called upon this card today as it is a powerful time to develop your psychic abilities. Connecting to our psychic awareness is like having an extra sense. People often refer to it as the 6th sense. Everyone is psychic, including you. And now it is time for you to deepen your psychic abilities. You could possibly have a lineage of psychic ancestors, as this gift can be handed down through your bloodline. There are 4 main ways we can connect to our psychic abilities: through vision, hearing, knowing, and feeling. These senses are like muscles. The more you work with them, the stronger they become. There is usually one sense that comes more naturally to you than the others, and you are encouraged to focus on it. This card is a reflection that it is time to start flexing your psychic muscle to discover new wisdom for yourself and others. So, one of the things my whole life that I've heard is, that mothers have this mother's intuition. You can hear your child crying, even if they're in a different state. That is intuition. That is a psychic ability. If you know when somebody's talking about you, that is your intuition. Like it talked about, there's 4 ways that you can receive the information. And people always ask me, gosh, I wish I could hear my spirit guides. How did you start hearing your spirit guides? I don't hear my spirit guides. I have the other 3 senses. So don't assume that other people get information in a certain way. I ask questions constantly, all day long, of my spirit guides. I ask for affirmations. If you've ever been in my shop, my spirit guides use my phone all the time for affirmations. I get feathers and pennies. Pennies are usually from my son. And I get a lot of messages in other ways as well, a lot through numbers. And my son also gives me messages through Hot Wheels because he loved Hot Wheels cars. And anything could be used as a message. So if you're asking your spirit guides for a message or affirmation and you get one and you doubt it, you can ask for another affirmation, but don't doubt it. They're giving you a message. You need to know that it's for you and that you're worthy and deserving of it. Okay? So if you chose stack number 1, you've got really good things coming. You are on the right path, but just know that you have options. There's something really positive coming your way. This is love and romance and enthusiasm, and I'm just going to say all good things coming your way. Plus, then you have the psychic development card. Work on that. So that is your stack number 1. That was a good stack. I like that. All right. If you chose stack number 2, I have to have a drink of water here. Excuse me. All right. Stack number 2, your stone is black onyx. Back up. There we go. You see that? Black onyx is a very grounding stone and is often called the stone of self-mastery and self-control. It enhances steadfastness and determination, helping to set one's mind to task. It can be very helpful during the process of letting go and releasing the past. Okay, we should all be carrying this thing. Help release old beliefs and patterns that no longer serve you. It can be used to absorb and flatten emotional intensity and repel negative energy from other people and things. When combined with amethyst, black onyx is very powerful for people in recovery. And that can be recovery with drugs, alcohol, shopping addiction, any kind of recovery, trauma, abusive relationships. So this plus amethyst. Really good combo. All right, if you chose stack number 2, your first card is from the Spirit Song Tarot, and you get the 8 of Feathers. This is the 8 of Air, or the 8 of Swords in other decks. And it is a sweet little mouse. This is all about having courage, but also looking at the little details, or not looking at the details. If If you're looking too much at the details, maybe you need to back away. With the Angel Tarot card, the Four of Air, together, this is all about, if you look at this, the unicorns are taking a breather. This one's laying down. Those have their eyes closed. So they're taking a breather. They're taking a rest. There's actually two right there. I was counting. It's like 1, 2, 3. No, there's two right there. So you've got the Eight of Feathers and the Four of Air. Air is swords or truth, or feathers. This is swords or truth or air. So interestingly, we've got the 12 of air here. We have a lot of air. Air is, it goes right along with the blue stones here. It's truth. There's truth that's going to come out. There's truth that you're going to let out. In the beginning, I was talking about speaking the truth. We need to speak the truth. We need to know the truth. We need to hear the truth. We need to just be the truth. There's so many lies that are coming out these days, and we need to be able to discern inside of our heart what is the truth. Because there's lies that are coming up from below, but there's also, the false information that's being put out there. Your job is to discern the truth, but also to speak the truth and know the truth. Whether it's within yourself, we need to admit things to ourselves. We need to bring up our trauma from the past and deal with it. We need to deal with the truth with our spouses and significant others and our children and our parents and our siblings and our friends and our community. The truth needs to come out, and that's what this is all about right here. This is all about bringing the truth out so that we can move on in a positive, lighter way. When we release low frequency energies, when we release trauma, excuse me, we feel lighter. The whole purpose behind this is so we can move from the third dimension to a higher frequency. The days of being squashed down are over. We need to rise up. And in order to rise up, we need to be lighter. So this tells us that we need to release everything. Now, that means releasing the emotional energy that we have attached to things as well. So one of the things that I have done in my life, and it took me a while, was to release the hold that all the physical material goods that I own do not have power over me. And what I mean by that is, if I lost all the physical material things in my life today, I would be okay with it. They do not have a hold on me anymore. Yes, I would miss my grandmother's teacups. Yes, I would miss all my personal possessions, so to speak. But you know what? Life goes on without those material goods. And once you start letting go of the emotional attachment to them, you realize that they have power over you, not the other way around. And you will feel lighter. So that's part of this, releasing and being the truth. So whatever you have going on in your life right now, there's a truth that you need to deal with, and you need to let it go and let go of all the trauma and all the emotional attachments. Okay? Cut cords, baby. Cut cords. And very interestingly, the card from the Chakra reading deck is self-mastery. And that pretty much goes with what I was just saying. Self-mastery, letting go of everything. So let's see what the book says about number 15. Solar plexus chakra. This is a powerful time to manifest self-mastery. Life is constantly offering us lessons, which give us the opportunity to grow and expand our soul. You are being called at this time to master your gifts. The key is to focus your energy on what you would like to master, and don't give up until you have embodied it fully. It takes commitment and motivation to create self-mastery. However, with consistency and time, it will come to fruition. Being blessed with this card today indicates that you are already on your way to mastering your gifts. So, you're going to be the truth. You're going to speak the truth. You're going to work on what resonates with you. Which truth? Whose truth? And you're going to work on your self-mastery. This is so beautiful. And remember, the mouse is all about details. So either you are looking at the details too much, or you need to look at the details. So whichever way that resonates with you. This is a general reading, so I have to speak to the whole audience. And then work on your self-mastery. This is a really good time for everybody to go inside themselves and figure out who you are. All right, if you chose stack number 3, I love this stone. This is Jasper, but this is called Desert Sunset Jasper. And for some reason, this one in particular just literally jumped out of the dish. It's got some hematite in it, but it's just got such beautiful coloring. So Jasper is very grounding. It's a stone of gentleness and relaxation. It is professed to enhance one's ability to relax and bring tranquility, comfort, wholeness, healing, and gentle endings. In mystical healing lore, Jasper is said to be good for the liver, gallbladder, and soothing to the stomach. It is reputed to be particularly good at bringing energies of wholeness and healing to an environment or situation. So that is the Desert Sunset Jasper. Kind of looks like a sunset. All right, if you chose stack number 3, your first card is from the Spirit Song Tarot deck, and it is the 8 of Shells. And the 8 of Shells is akin to the 8 of water. Water is emotion. And I'm always amused by this deck because, you know, the 8 of Shells is represented by a starfish, not something in a shell, you know, like a lobster. So it always amuses me. Like that other card was the anteater and has nothing to do with air, really. Just little amusings. So your next card is from the Angel Tarot deck, and we have the 6 of air. Now stack number 2 was all air, and that's truth. Now we've got more air here. We've got the 8 of water and the 6 of air. Water and air, what does that make? Well, it kind of makes a hurricane, but it's not high numbers, so it's not going to be a hurricane. It's just going to be kind of a storm that pushes our boat along. So this card can be about travel. And if you think about the starfish can travel. Sorry about the reflection. So there can be travel involved. It can also be, it can just show movement. So maybe it's something in your life. It depends on what your question is. But there's going to be some kind of forward movement. The 6 is past the 5. 5 is the halfway point. The 8 is way past the 5. 8 is all about abundance. And actually, if you look, this has 5 arms, right? 5 is all about change. So change is in the middle. And 8 is all about abundance. The 6 is past the 5. So this is some kind of forward movement, if not travel. So it can be travel 2 blocks up the street from where you live, or it can be travel, to another state or province or wherever you are. But there's some kind of forward movement. So what did you ask about? Did you ask questions about, is this going to happen? Well, you're moving towards it is the answer. You are moving in a forward direction. Your boat is moving. If you look at these other 5 unicorns are not in the boat. This is you. You're this unicorn, and your boat is moving forward. Look at how fast the water's moving. Okay? So there's definitely forward movement here. But I also feel like there won't be forward movement unless you get in the boat. So what I mean by that is you got to start the process if you haven't already. If it's going back to school, getting a new job, starting a new relationship, I feel like you have to take the first step to put yourself out there, to get going on that path. All right? All right, your card from the Chakra reading deck is 34, Universal Light. Wow, there's a lot going on in that card. I'm going to set that right there. And let's see what the book says about card number 34. This has to do with the Soul Star chakra. You have pulled this card today to remind you that you are always connected to and an extension of the powerful universal light of the cosmos. This light is what fuels your soul and gives birth to the stars. It is the all-wise, all-knowing, all-loving energy of the universe. This light is divine, unconditional love at its purest. Sometimes you can feel disconnected and shut off from this light. However, in truth, you are an extension of and made up of this energy, and you can never be separate. This light loves, guides, and supports you at all times. You are being encouraged to focus on this divine connection to the cosmos and do what is required to deepen and awaken fully to this universal light. So you just have to remember that you are the light. You are divine. You are connected. So many people come in my shop and talk about their feelings of separation. You are not separate. You are part of the light. So that light right there, part of that is in you. There's stardust in you. There's cosmic energy in you. Never, ever, ever forget that. You're moving forward on your path, on your journey. And part of that journey is to know who you are, that you are the light. One of the things that's really been striking me lately is that little things really don't matter. Too many times we concentrate on these minute details, these little things. It doesn't matter. In the grand scheme of things, it does not matter. The OCD thing where I'm going like this and making the cards perfect. In the grand scheme of things, does that matter? No, it doesn't matter at all. So just pay attention to the big things, the experiences that you want to take with you. If you're worried about doing the dishes instead of spending time with your children at the park, go to the park. The dishes will still be there later. But it's those little things that we concentrate on that in the grand scheme of life, I don't want to be remembered for having a clean sink. I mean, it's clean, but I'm not going to skip the park just because I have dishes in the sink. So, go out and have some fun. Go out and have an experience that you haven't had yet. Look at your list of things that you want to do I don't want to call it a bucket list, but you know what I mean. Look at that list and go, you know what? I have time right now. I am going to go learn how to do, and then fill in the blank. Because you know what? You don't want to be laying on your deathbed and saying, gosh, I really regret never learning how to create stained glass. I really regret never doing that half marathon. Whatever it is that makes your crazy little heart happy, you go do it. I give you permission. All right. That is our pick a stack today. I hope you enjoyed this. May you all be blessed with love, light, peace, joy, happiness, success, divine health, and all good things. I send you many, many blessings, and I send you my love as well. Namaste, my beautiful soul family.